When the 5 lights went out for the Formula One Azerbaijan sprint race, chaos immediately started up front in the grid, where we saw third place Max Verstappen of Red Bull and George Russell of Mercedes colliding in the opening corner of the race, where George Russell on the inside hit Verstappen, who was on the outside. At first, it just looked like George Russell overdrove the corner and hit Verstappen. And what was a big deal about this all, and what caused Verstappen to be very upset, was that they made actual contact, and that contact was severe for Verstappen because he had a damaged hole in his side pod. And what is so big about this is Azerbaijan is well known to be a top speed track, and you want to have top speed on the straightaways, because if you don't, you're going to be bad. And Verstappen had that big hole, which was causing tremendous amounts of drag, and it just slowed him down about, I would say, probably about 3 or 4 tenths a lap. And he could have easily got by Leclerc with DRS with them 4 tenths added on. Maybe he could have contested Perez for the win. I don't know. Time would tell tomorrow. See how quick he really is if it gets side pod. But though, that put a big damper on things. But when you look back at it, I'm really not trying to side on any side here, but I just believe it's a racing incident. You're going to see stuff like that at the start of the race. I believe this is somewhat similar to the Australian Grand Prix, the final restart, where we saw Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso colliding. It's a first lap incident. Things are going to happen. And I just don't know how you can really choose a side here. It's a racing incident. I'm glad there's no penalties involved here. But what happened after the race, where George Russell went up to Max Verstappen to apologize to him, and Verstappen immediately went after him with harsh comments, I believe that's a little overboard. Because think about it here, folks. I'm just saying it's a racing incident, but if Verstappen, I'm telling you, Verstappen would do the same exact thing if he was in Russell's position. It's my corner. I'm telling you, folks, he's a hypocrite. But it's just a racing incident. But Verstappen's wanting to carry it on much more. And George Russell made it clear in one of his interviews. He does not have a lot to lose. Max Verstappen has a ton to lose. And George Russell can be that one driver that can play games with him throughout the year. And it can cost Verstappen a couple of points, and maybe even cost him a championship. Right now, I think the battle between Mercedes and Red Bull is starting to brew up again. I think Mercedes right now are on the back foot of things, but with them possibly bringing some big time upgrades for Imola in 3 weeks' time, Mercedes may be back on the map and contending for wins. But for the next 2 weeks, they're going to be in the back at the front of the midfield. And we're going to see how things go there. But everybody, though, remember to please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think about this incident, because I believe it's a racing incident. But as Verstappen wants to keep carrying this on, it's making him look bad, and he is a sore loser.